Hi all.
Hello, I'm Laugo. Today let's talk about the very popular anonymous mask that everyone has seen, right? Yes, this is one of the most famous hacker groups in the world, Anonymous. Anonymous is known for frequently attacking large organizations, big groups, large corporations, and even the network systems of national governments. Furthermore, when Anonymous conducts protests in public, they typically wear this mask to reveal their identity. This mask isn't sold everywhere, you know, right? Anyone can wear it. Once you put it on, you are you. Mingzhe, although you might not be a real member of Anonymous, wearing it signifies that you agree with their principles. This mask is also called the Guy Fawkes mask. Guy Fawkes was a real person in the 17th century who at the time opposed the English king's suppression of Catholics. He planned to blow up the king in Parliament with explosives, but what happened? Someone informed on him and Fawkes got caught. He was convicted of treason and faced a brutal execution. Snacks seem even more intense than snacks, like combining all the top 10 tortures of the Qing dynasty, which isn't feasible. Quite ruthless indeed. But in the end he jumped off the guillotine and died from the fall, even though he was already on the execution platform. Yes, and then he committed suicide. The punishment was too cruel, so he ended it himself. Later on he became a symbol of resistance against oppression and tyranny, and even his name, Guy, became synonymous with being a man. You're a real man, you're the true Guy. Then, in the fourth comic, in a comic from 1988, they turned Guy's face into the mask we know today. This comic was also made into a movie in 2005 called V for Vendetta. So this mask now represents resistance against tyranny, oppression, and the pursuit of freedom. Then, on February 25th, Anonymous issued a statement on Twitter saying they were declaring war on the Russian government, targeting the Russian government and mainstream media network systems for attacks, and they said, this attack might affect ordinary people, but there's no other way. Our goal is world peace, and at the end they say, we are Anonymous, we are a legion, expect us. This phrase is always placed at the end of their statements. In the following days, it was indeed reported that Russian government websites were under heavy attack and became inaccessible. Anonymous claimed that within 48 hours of launching the attack, they had disabled over 300 target websites in Russia. This attack that makes a website inaccessible is called a DDoS attack. Hackers use many computers to send numerous requests to a server quickly, causing it to crash. After such an attack, Russian media said they got attacks from 100 million machines in the US in a short time. To clarify, these 100 million devices aren't all hacker devices. Usually, before launching a DDoS attack, a computer virus is spread over the internet. Once a computer is infected, like the computers of ordinary people such as ourselves, they can use the virus to control our computers and launch attacks on their intended targets. So in essence, it's our computers that are used to carry out the attack. This type of virus is often undetectable to us, meaning you've participated in the attack without even knowing it. Is it very tough? This is a common attack type, and not too hard to execute. The benefit is that it's done by regular people using computers, making it hard to trace the source. It's tough to find out who started it. Not only computers can get infected, phones, cameras, and monitors can be affected too. Basically, anything that connects to the internet can be used by hackers for attacks. In theory, anything online can become a target. Besides crashing websites, Anonymous also hijacked some of Russia's mainstream media, like on February 28th. They compromised the Russian Forbes magazine website and published a message addressed to all Russian residents. It stated that in the coming years, the living standards of Russian citizens would be similar to those in North Korea. So what benefits does this war bring to you? Is it just to write a glorious history for Putin? This is not why we are here, so they concluded by calling out to the Russian people, saying we should not fight this war. Apart from the two website attacks mentioned earlier, Anonymous also breached the Russian Ministry of Defense's server, stealing a lot of files and data. They shared this info on Twitter. This move has greatly affected Russia, as the government is truly worried about losing their strategic intelligence. Losing such intelligence is like being exposed on the battlefield, basically waiting for defeat.
It shows there's no real impact.
Some people might feel that this attack is insignificant and lacks power. I think everyone shouldn't continue to understand it this way. Purely from a strength perspective, they could potentially cause greater destruction. However, they want to express a sense of rationality, meaning they are not just about destruction, they have demands. They want to end the war, not start one. Most of the attacks mainly represent a form of protest, meaning I have the ability to cause you trouble, but on the contrary, you should listen to what I have to say. He has this. Whether it's powerful or not, I don't know, but I'll show you that I have some means to attack you, so you should consider what I'm saying. This kind of protest group, Anonymous, is often thought of as a hacker group that attacks anyone, but that's not really the case. It used to feel a bit like that, but not anymore. Now it's mainly a protest group, and it feels quite positive. Yes, it's moving in a positive direction now.
This is Yamaguchi Gumi.
Yes, it's always like this.
Yes, he attacked Russia, but during the time when the United States was waging war, he attacked his own country.
Indeed, they misunderstand every country. In the past, they have attacked the United States, China, Japan, North Korea, the Philippines, Australia, Egypt, ISIS, and even mocked Trump and Elon Musk. As long as they feel displeased, they attack. Next, let's talk about who this anonymous really is. Actually, they might be nobody, or they could be anyone. It could be one person, or it could be a group of people. They are not a collective, because Anonymous has issued a statement explaining their nature. They said, "We, Anonymous, are not an organization, not a group, not a club, not a party. In this movement, we possess no formal charter, no official members, no designated leaders, and not even a fixed or rigid ideology. No individual can represent Anonymous, and no one can definitively declare whether you are a part of Anonymous or not." Do you want to join Anonymous? Well, if you are willing, you are already dead. Then he made an analogy, which I found particularly vivid. He said Anonymous is like a group of people on a short trip, like those who meet and commute together on a bus or tram. You can get off at any stop, and you can also get on at any stop. In this very short time, we might have the same route, the same goals, and possibly change the world. The emphasis is on the short-term nature of these anonymous people, who quickly come together for a temporary goal and disband just as quickly once the goal is achieved.
Indeed, they are a decentralized organization.
No, they are a very modern type. This decentralized organization is very advanced and has no leaders. Everyone's busy with their tasks, aiming for the same goal. But this goal is short-lived. Next time they gather, it might not be the same group. Sigh.
Firms can't.
This is happening now. Decentralized companies already exist, and future organizations will likely move this way. Having a leader brings many issues, like if the leader faces problems. For instance, if he suddenly dies, the organization can't keep going. In a decentralized setup, as long as one person is there, the organization keeps going. Simply put, this anonymous entity is essentially just a name, just a mask, which anyone can use, but no one can own. Since this anonymous entity has no physical form and no fixed purpose or ideology, it's uncertain whether it represents justice or evil. It can be evil, it can be evil. Some consider them to be cyber terrorists, while others see them as heroes who punish evil and promote good on the internet. And today you might see him as a hero, but tomorrow as a terrorist. Opinions on the anonymous group are very divided.
Their rules and regulations don't say that everyone can explain, right?
There are no anonymous entities as such. But there are some branches now. Some branches are absolutely against breaking the law, while others say they will use illegal means to achieve their goals if necessary. That has all been clarified. Nevertheless, examining the present targets of the attackers, their methods, and the content they advocate for, they typically represent marginalized communities. Are they non-profit organizations? Not necessarily, as sometimes their projects can indeed be profitable, and at other times they may choose to engage solely in projects that are financially rewarding. If someone is bullied, they use hacking skills to help you get revenge. That's the general idea. How to contact them? They have their official Facebook and Twitter, so you can contact them there. But is this official really anonymous?
You don't even know, so I don't see how we can share the same goal. Him.
It is somewhat akin to a collective of netizens uniting with a shared objective, and we simply establish connections with one another. Then we temporarily join forces to attack him. And once it's over, we part ways and act as if we don't know each other. But for this event, we come together, just like that. They're all about transparency, and as a hacker group, they generally follow hacker ethics. Hackers have their own code of ethics, and a core part is advocating for open, free networks, opposing network censorship and info control, and valuing info sharing as a virtue. That's why they steal info and make it public online. So why not reveal their real identities? This is their culture, which is that I am an anonymous person, I serve all of humanity, and you don't need to know who I am. You are also an anonymous person. We are all working towards the same common goal.
He wants to share others' information. Correct.
As long as he thinks this info is needed for all.
Well, he doesn't disclose personal information. He also doesn't disclose organizational information.
Sometimes they attack individuals. Isn't that a double standard? The issue is the attacker varies, each with their own goal, so you can't judge them by one standard. Plus, they don't always face consequences. It's not entirely true to say that, as sometimes they do catch these anonymous people. There are cases where an attack is done by someone anonymous and later they claim, "It wasn't me."
Is it hard? Yes, it is.
This is where his strength lies, and I'll discuss it soon. It's a type of hacker culture. When did this anonymous figure first emerge? Opinions vary. Some speculate it was as early as 2003 on a famous US forum called 4Strong, where an international hacker alliance formed on the 4Leaf channel. This 4Strong should indeed be called 4Strong, right? This 4Strong is a free forum, no registration needed. Anyone can find it, just like Japan's 2channel. It's actually a version of 2channel. It was there first, as you mentioned. Then in the United States, a forum called Fawkes was formed, copying their code entirely. People who weren't registered would have their posts appear under the name Anonymous. That's where the name Anonymous originated. Initially on the Fawkes platform, many internet users were particularly concerned about societal injustices, such as large corporations and organizations exploiting ordinary people and bullying the common folk. Some justice-driven hackers united to target these organizations and assist vulnerable groups. Since they wished to keep their identities hidden, they named themselves Anonymous. Eventually, the name Anonymous became personified. So what did Anonymous do this time? Gradually, people began to wonder if Anonymous was a single person or a skilled hacker group. This represents the initial manifestation of the Anonymous collective that initially achieved broad recognition due to an incident in 2008. A video surfaced on the internet showcasing Tom Cruise, where he elaborated on his personal religious convictions. It became quite renowned and was uploaded to the web. He was an adherent of Scientology. This video served as an internal promotional piece for the Church of Scientology. It leaked and spread online. This church isn't mainstream and many disagree with its beliefs. So, lots shared the video and many mocked the church. Some even made parodies. Later, the group, citing copyright, demanded YouTube remove all related videos, and YouTube did. The deletions weren't the issue, but Anonymous got angry because removing the videos violated hacker ethics. Hackers value sharing info and internet freedom. Removing the video breaks hacker ethics.
They're people.
Family life and death, indeed, it's all about people too. Copyrighted material, but hacker theory doesn't acknowledge this. Information should be shared, it should be free. So, Anonymous began to widely distribute related videos. It also makes it impossible for you to delete everything. Then they started attacking the church's website, making it inaccessible and preventing you from promoting it. They released a video stating, "We Anonymous have been watching your church for a long time. Our final conclusion is that your organization should be destroyed and your church will be permanently banished from the internet. Do not expect our attacks to stop anytime soon. After watching this video, expect worldwide support as Anonymous members unite, donning masks and taking action." Opposing this internet control, it was said that in major cities across 93 countries, like the United States, Germany, the UK, and Australia, people joined, totaling tens of thousands without this. Oh, there were many people wearing masks, but not everyone did. Before that event, this mask wasn't the symbol of Anonymous. It was because of that event that the mask became the symbol of Anonymous. During that time, many media outlets covered the parade, noting everyone wore this mask. The idea was to show resistance to authority and oppose internet control. Everyone wore this mask. It stands for resistance. And since then, when social injustice arises, those identifying as Anonymous show up. They fight authoritarian propaganda and use the internet's power to back their political views. Anyone supporting Anonymous can wear this mask to protest against injustice. If you're a hacker, you might join their actions. But remember, even if Anonymous claims to stand for justice, many of their acts are illegal. So, it's wise not to get involved lightly. For example, when they targeted the Church of Scientology, the church hired detectives to collect evidence from protest groups, and the FBI arrested several people. Another big event with Anonymous was in 2010, when an Indian film company, they engaged an internet corporation to launch an assault on a piracy website, which hosted numerous films belonging to this Indian corporation. To hinder the broader public from accessing these unauthorized copies of movies, they targeted the site, an action commonly associated with Anonymous. Upon discovering this, Anonymous proclaimed a cyber war against the internet corporation and proceeded to attack it.
They really should not attack the piracy website.
No. They believe that the piracy company is about information sharing. Internet freedom advocates criticize the American Recording Industry Association and the Motion Picture Association, claiming they violate the mutual benefits of online sharing. They argue all should be shared.
They should share, but they keep their private stuff. Share.
Is there sharing? Yes, that's what I'm saying, right? Sometimes attacks from anonymous people reveal this about them. A kind of self-serving friendship. They have their own standards, but you can't say it's entirely for the sake of all humanity or some grand cause. Ultimately, they invested funds to produce those films, correct? Indeed. Another incident that sparked a lot of controversy occurred in February 2011, when the CEO of a cybersecurity company called HB Gary claimed that they had obtained internal information about Anonymous through social engineering and other technical means, including the future of certain key members. You can be quite assured that the news during that particular period indeed encountered some significant opposition. Consequently, Anonymous responded by infiltrating the cybersecurity company, extracting tens of thousands of internal documents and emails, compromising the CEO's Twitter account, and reformatting his personal computer. To this extent, it was discovered in the CEO's emails that there was something quite shocking, which is a website that everyone probably knows called WikiLeaks, a site known for publishing confidential government information information. The relationship between Anonymous and WikiLeaks is particularly good. They're quite similar, promoting network and info sharing. The cybersecurity company's CEO noted in an email their plan to fake a government document and give it to WikiLeaks. Then, they planned for someone to expose the document as fake, undermining WikiLeaks' credibility. What was meant to be righteous turned into a scandal. The cybersecurity company's reputation suffered, and the CEO stepped down. So everyone said, oh, it seems government agencies do such things.
How can it be demonstrated conclusively? The item he took is authentic and not something they manufactured. It's challenging to establish.
Unless this network company can provide evidence that what you're saying is false, our oil inspector looks like this, and their media, COG, would resign. This cybersecurity company is a unit under the US Department of Defense. Recently, there has been a very famous attack incident by Anonymous. It's unclear if there was a physical attack, but they did issue threats and declared war targeting the world's richest person, Elon Musk. In June 2021, Anonymous sent a video to Elon Musk, saying, Elon Musk, you are someone who is extremely eager for attention.
A typical rich person, no surprise he and that water can connect, all responsibility.
We are the same type. He said that your pursuit of saving humanity is not really out of concern for humanity, but rather stems from a sense of superiority and a messiah complex. Then he accused Musk of attempting to control the Bitcoin market. Your spontaneous tweets on Twitter have led to significant market fluctuations, devastating the lives of numerous cryptocurrency traders. You may believe you are clever, but now your adversaries have arrived. We are Anonymous, and we represent the crypto traders. Indeed, we are quite numerous. Just you wait and observe.
So many people are facing this, aren't they?
It might be a major source of income for Anonymous, but what happened afterward is not very clear. However, Elon Musk's influence on the cryptocurrency space has indeed diminished. He doesn't mention it much now, but Anonymous has been around for nearly 20 years. In these decades, many hacker groups have come and gone, but Anonymous remains. Their survival is mainly due to their decentralization, lack of structure, and invisibility, making them hard to target. Moreover, it's expected that Anonymous's influence might keep growing as the world becomes more connected and people's dependence on internet systems rises. The influence of migrants will also continue to grow. And the fact now is that the targets of Anonymous are also becoming larger. They are fearless with that kind of feeling.
Does the military count? It can be counted.
As long as they claim to be the Anonymous leaders. The power of internet users is incredibly strong now, and it's not something that the government or any organization can control. However, whether they are just and whether their attacks might harm ordinary people is really hard to say. Anonymous often emerges to refute rumors, claiming impersonation. They say, I do this, I do that, but then deny, no, this isn't us, it doesn't match our principles. How come you lack principles? It doesn't align with our creed. Don't you have a creed? Anyway, it doesn't fit what we're supposed to do, always denying this and that.
Yes, isn't it true that in Japan, big companies often have their customer and credit card info stolen? Indeed.
Attacks, indeed. Actually, many attacks by these anonymous individuals have targeted Japan. There was a major incident where they aimed to attack the Japanese government. The Japanese government is in Kasumigaseki, so they attacked there, but they didn't recognize the kanji. There's a place in Japan named Shiapu, and they launched a wild attack there. Apparently, Shiapu has a water treatment plant. They were under strong attack for unknown reasons. Later, an anonymous person sent a message saying, oh, the kanji in Japanese is a bit difficult.
Mistook the group, no Chinese involved.
It is possible that there was no attack due to this reason.